The component inspector in Elements allows us to edit the values on the components that we drop into our page. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and drop in a component. Now I'm going to drop in a container, which is the typical way to start building a site. And you can see my inspector here has updated with all the settings for this component. I'm going to go ahead and add some spacing. So I click on the spacing setting and I can change the values in here. We're just going to update the padding. And that's updated now. If I want to update the background color, I can go down here, click background, and you'll notice the settings for the other section collapse and the background setting expands. So let's change this color. And you can see the editor updates to reflect this. Now, if I want to see more than one setting at a time, I can right click and turn off single group mode. And now when I click another setting, it expands and doesn't collapse the last one. So I can see all of these together, and I can use the right click, expand all command, and see all the settings available to me for that component. And I can collapse all, so they all collapse down together. And if I've had enough of working like this, I can right click and go back to single group mode, which is my preferred way of working. So when something opens and I click on a different section, it collapses to just let me focus on those single settings. It's really nice. So let's go ahead and drop another component into the page. And now you'll see the inspector updates to reflect the settings for this component. And as I click back to the container, it updates to show me what I was working on. Click back to the text component, it updates here to tell me this is what I'm working on and shows me the options. And you can see it remembers the section I was on. So it's a really nice way to work, to click back and forwards and be right back to where you need to be. Now in the Node browser, this shows us what we have selected as well. So I can click in here and you'll notice the inspector updates at the same time as well. So all components have a lot of shared settings, so you can get familiar with most components that you drop into the page. It's very easy. If I drop in the flex, you'll notice it shares a lot of settings with the container, like effects, transition, filters. So I would recommend you have a kind of deep dive into these settings for each component and learn what it's capable of, such as the advanced options, borders, backgrounds, very powerful stuff in here. So if you have any more questions about using the inspector in Elements, you can look at the manual or post over on the Elements community forum. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you in the next.